Okay, so last night we were on our cruise. We were, first of all, didn't realize the cruise was a dolphin cruise. Thought it was just a cruise ship called the Sunny Lady Dolphin. So I was like, oh, we're going on the Sunny Lady Dolphin cruise. It wasn't. It was a dolphin watching cruise. And while we were there, the tour guide, whatever the guy's name is, JJ, he's like, if you haven't seen any dolphins tonight, you're blind. And there was this old woman sitting next to me, and she looks at me and she goes, you have seen some dolphins? And I've seen a whale too. And I was like, really? And she just stares at me and then looks away and then stares at me again. And I'm like, did this 85-year-old woman just burn the heck out of me? And I didn't know what to think. I told Jake and Jensen right away. I was like, dude, I think this lady just called me a whale. So, banter on that, Janelle?
All dolphins are whales, so, she saw a whale if she saw a dolphin.
Okay, all right, there you go. I think this tight. Meetings is going down with some random thoughts and white. Me too, Midwest best friend, eating fast food on repeat, so come along, let's have some fun and go hang out. Cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Hey. Every Monday morning with Jay and Brad, Ghostrunners podcast.
Ghostrunners podcast?
Happy Wednesday, Ghosties. We're coming to you live once again from the house in Gulf Shores. We're with session 2. Some sort of alarm just started going off. What is that? I don't know what that noise is.
Rachel baking brownies for an hour and a half. What happened with the brownies, Rachel? What?
Yeah, they tasted good to me.
They tasted amazing, but didn't they take like so long? They took like an hour to. Yeah, it's the humidity here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, she's baking more brownies, so by the end of the episode, it'll be ready.
Speaking of,
is she actually passing out brownies? That was a joke. Oh, that's awesome.
Rachel or brownies is like, you're right, I'll get them. I don't know why I didn't have brownies out.
10 a.m. brownies. No, this is great. It's an interactive podcast. This is great.
Speaking of food, one of the first things that happened on session 2 is we're checking people in on the beach, and we're all just kind of hanging out talking, and Dr. Ben Miller is here with us on session 2.
Dr. Ben Miller!
Yeah, hey.
Need 2 hands for Dr. Ben Miller.
Yeah, refuses to be called anything else.
He's like, he introduced himself.
He says, who's Ben? Who's Ben?
You can call me the good doctor. You can call me Dr. Ben. You can call me Doc, but just don't call me just Ben.
Don't call me Ben.
He's
like
and he
that.
He had a dentist shirt on, so he's like, please ask me that I'm a dentist. That's all he wants to talk about, yeah.
We did talk about dentistry the first 30 minutes you got here. It was heavy on the dentistry. And you're like, guys, I want you to know, Courtney thought the shirt was fun. I did not want to talk about dentistry when we got here. Anyway, so we're on the beach hanging out, and Dr. Ben randomly just kind of, not randomly, but I'm sure it was somewhat for a reason, but kind of looks at Brandon Faulkner, Brand's Coffee Corner, and goes,
Brandon's eating brownies right now. This is great. This is perfect. This is perfect.
Brandon's got a mouthful of brownies. He goes, Brandon, dude, you should be like a food critic, which is a bold thing to say to anyone, I think, any adult. But, Brandon's like, oh, dude, food critic? I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I know that much about food. When am I even ever talking about food? And then, dude, 10 seconds later, I think Janelle, you were there. Janelle got talking about when we went to Walmart today, I got some of these chips. And Brandon's like, dude, those are like maybe the 4th best types of Doritos chips.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are the other ones? He's like, well, first, obviously spicy nachos, because they're the same as regular nachos, but just way more flavor. They're not even that spicy. Second, and just like goes off. Yeah. And then since then, I feel like every time I enter a conversation with Brandon, it's about food. Every single time. It's been unbelievable. So that's a fun inside joke.
I don't want to be a food critic. And then he was also like, just randomly, he's like, yeah, we did a taste test, me and my girlfriend, with all these different, blind taste tests with all these different drinks. And I'm like, dude, you are a food critic already.
You are being a food critic.
Yeah.
So, Brandon's great. Chowing down on a brownie right now. Brandon's chowed down on a couple things. We'll just go right into this story. Did you hear about the cookie dough?
Yes, I did.
So for those who didn't hear, Rachel made cookies a few nights ago in session 1. And she was rolling them up in her hands, and it just got away from her.
You know how it
Slipped
goes.
away. Yeah,
You
a ball
know
of
how
dough,
that goes, yeah.
and just rolls down, and they can't find this ball of cookie dough. Just anywhere in the kitchen. Her, Isaac, Justin, they're just gone. Can't find it.
Those times are so mind blowing to me when it's just like, I don't know where
Dude,
it went. I
sometimes-
swear it went somewhere.
I like to send up a real intense prayer when it's
Yeah.
low stakes like that. Like, God, I know this doesn't matter that much, but like, I'm just so curious where it
Just
went.
show
Just
it, yeah.
reveal this to me.
Right,
I'm
right.
not going to tell anyone. Just like, tell me where it's at.
I'm not going to tell anyone. Like, that's God's terms. Like, hey, I'll do it, but you got to keep it on the down low.
Yeah. He's like, you can't let other people know I gave you special privileges.
Yeah, right.
And told you where the cookie dough is. So Rachel, I mean, they just can't find the ball of cookie dough. And she's trying to find it. Well, then, like, I think 2 nights ago or last night, whatever, found that it was like behind the microwave or something. And Rachel's like, I didn't want these people to get mice. And, I wanted to make sure we went and snagged it. And she grabs it. And then, I don't know if this was Rachel's idea, but she was just like, you think Brandon would eat it?
Brandon has been hungry for chips. He is, because Brandon's a lifer. That means he's been here for both sessions. And so he knows what the chips are all about. And he has just been like, let me get some chips any way I can.
Yeah, most of my Google searches are to make sure what Brandon is attempting to eat is not going to kill him. But Rachel went and offered Brandon, what was it, 13 chips to eat this, 48-hour-old ball of cookie dough. And I think he did it without hesitating. So started off with 13 chips this session.
And a watermelon rind, too.
Yeah, we were really looking into, can an entire watermelon be eaten in one session with the rind?
Yeah.
And it looks like yes. I Googled it. It says you get testosterone in the rind. So
Really?
it's smart to do it at the beginning of the trip.
Holy cow. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah, baby. No, this trip, it's been awesome. This session is fun because we have a variety of people, like always. We have a few mom and daughter combos, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Odette and Hannah, Debbie and Emily. Just so much of a delight having like some moms here. Not that we don't have some younger, whatever. This is hard now. You remember 8-tracks, right? I don't know. But it's just been such a fun, calming presence. I don't know. I just have really enjoyed talking to Odette and Debbie a lot. And then we also have a few kids that I don't think are legal yet in the Yoder Rindle phase over there. And so, Rindle Weaver's in the house.
Yeah, Rindle's here. People are getting to meet him. It's pretty fun. Him and his cousin Chad came from Amish country. His cousin Chad's last name is Yoder, which really seems on brand for what I know about the Amish people.
Took him 9 weeks to get here by horse and buggy.
I asked Chad, I was like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Yoder is pretty common, where you're from. And he was like, oh, yeah, it's like Smith. So everybody's a Yoder. And they're all cousins anyway. So that's why the last names don't really get passed around. So
What happens? Have you ever been like, that girl's cute? And it's like, she's a Yoder. Honestly,
I wouldn't Yoder her. Yeah, she's a Yoder.
Yoder. I hardly even see her at family reunions. Has that ever
Anything
happened?
similar to that come up? They're 16. They haven't started dating yet. So that's probably not going to happen.
No, not happened. Okay.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, would it be?
Fun crew of people, and we still got some people back. Celia's back. Michaela's back. You guys
we
saw
got some
Janelle at the
lifers.
beginning, so Kosh. And, you started lists now. I gotta say all of them.
Okay.
Hannah Warner.
Hannah Warner.
Tyler. Stoltzfus.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it. So as we're recording this, today is our last day of the vacation, which kind of seems like, dang, it's almost over. But it's also like, we have 18 hours. I'm not going to bed early at all tonight.
I dare you.
Yeah. So we got a lot more to do. Tonight will be a fun night. And been fun so far. You got?
Sorry. I was talking to Debbie about how at camp we used to say, carry me out of here, CMOH. So that's what I'm doing tonight, baby.
Oh, because you exerted so much energy?
No, I just got super drunk. No, yeah. Carry me out of here, man.
Carry me out of here.
Speaking of carry me out of here, actually, Tyler, videographer Tyler.
Stoltzfus.
Stoltzfus, yeah. Woo! He has done an incredible job. I'm sure we'll post some awesome videos from him of the trip. But he and I and a few other guys are staying across the street at the Breezy Bungalow, affectionately known as the Brizzy. And so every night we drive back over there. It's like, I don't know, a quarter mile, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10 of a mile down the road. And there was one night I was still playing and he was really patient and just lying on the couch here and he falls asleep. And this must be how Rachel is with you. I don't know. Because I know that you sleep super hard.
Thank you.
Dude, I don't know. It was impossible to wake him up.
What did you try?
First of all, I gave you a nice. First of all, it was. I didn't know at first. It was just a quick. Tyler. Hey, Tyler. So that didn't work at all.
Come here, Tyler.
Come on, Tyler. Come on, Tyler. Come here, Tyler. And then it was like, everyone else around was like, oh, guys, I don't think he's waking up. And so I Tyler. Nothing, dude. And to the point where like one of his eyes was like halfway open like this. And I'm like, Tyler's dead.
We killed him.
Something's going on here.
He's going to need to be carried out of here.
Yeah, and so, hey, touch the bottom of his foot. I think that'll be the effective thing.
Who said that?
I don't remember.
Perv.
Yeah.
Take his socks off.
Tickle his fourth toe. He'll love it. Okay.
Kiss his forehead. Kiss his forehead. Whisper.
Whisper. Yeah. Whisper the words to Celine Dion's hit song. I don't know. But then eventually we decided the best thing to do is just to pick him up and carry him into the car. And if he wakes up, we do it with our kids all the time. The face he had when he woke up as I was holding, because he opens up his eyes first. He's just like, oh, it was amazing. So. Anyway, shout out to Tyler. I had to wake him up again last night, and dude sleeps hard. I'll just put it that way. But
he's also grinding. I mean, he's shooting all day and editing like all night, and then by 8 a.m. he has like a new like highlight reel for us.
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's fun to like premiere in front of everyone, and also not know what's going to be in the video.
Right, and it was like Tyler. It wasn't like, oh, we've been planning on Tyler coming for the entire trip.
We said we're not doing this trip without Tyler.
Right, he was a very late addition to the trip, and it was a huge asset. So thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were going to say all that. Look what I wrote in my podcast notes right there.
Tyler is killing it.
Yeah, I already had it written down.
Yeah.
So something I want to address last night was a really fun night. We did the cruise. We did
Saw
the whale
some
watching.
whales. Yeah.
That's wild.
Saw
that
a whale too. Okay, and to be fair, I think what happened was there was a person behind me who was larger than I was, and I think she was referring to that guy.
Still mean.
Still very rude and wild that she even thought to say it to me. Anyway.
Yeah, I think she had that ready to go. Like they'd already talked about, like we're supposed to see dolphins, ended up seeing whales, and then you bring it up, and she's like, "I'll test this out on him." And
I didn't bring it up. I was just standing next to her.
Oh.
No, she was ready to go with it.
Alabama, man.
Yeah.
Did the cruise and then did Lambert's with session 2, and Lambert's was fun. We had an awesome waiter, and I feel like he didn't get the love he deserved for what he was doing at our table.
Yeah.
Brad started like quizzing him. I know a lot of people weren't there. We were very isolated. They took us to like the back room.
Yeah,
and
we did.
They kind of forgot about us at times, but. Brad would like ask this guy different things about the people at our table, and he went probably 6 for 6 on these different things, like Gabe's occupation.
Yeah.
And
first of all, the first occupation I gave was firefighter. Gabe's wife Maddie from a small town in Pennsylvania. She's like, "You don't get paid to be a firefighter."
Brad was like, "What about policemen? They get paid in your town? They volunteer as well?"
That was a funny thought, because how many of you know that you get paid to be a firefighter most of the time, right? Hannah, raise your hand. Yeah. Small town.
Yeah, I think small towns and big towns are different.
Yeah.
But they
for
do
sure.
get paid.
Yeah. Anyway. Baylor was killed.
Yeah. Does anyone have any thoughts? Does anyone like go to bed thinking about how he got all those things right, or are you just like, oh, that's just how they do it?
Caitlin and
at
Gina were
Lambert's?
just like, no, that's just how it goes.
Yeah. I just feel like he didn't get the love he deserved.
Yeah. It turns out we knew him, and so we had a secret code with him on how to know every single answer.
Yeah, it was like this whole elaborate prank, and you guys were like, oh, cool, he guessed Gabe's job.
That's pretty cool that he knew that.
So anyway, keep being like, All right, let's do it again.
Yeah,
Let's-
really. He was our waiter the first time. We're like, dude, we're going to come back and we're going to do this game. And you're going to guess different things. And then you're not going to get the right answer until the clue, if the clue before has a double letter in it, like two letters in a row that are the same. And it confused the heck out of him the first couple of times we explained it.
You just thought he was good?
Yeah.
Just good at guessing strangers' stuff? That's funny. Here we go. Okay, Courtney just said, wait, this was
Courtney
planned?
finally got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we had him like 3 nights ago, and we set this all up, hoping you guys would be like, this is insane.
nuts.
How is he guessing their names, the state they're from, their job?
Meanwhile, Maddie's just like, can we get the macaroni and tomato salad? I've been trying to get that all night.
The macaroni and tomato took up way more of the conversation than... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one cared.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Wow, good for him. Yeah.
We were somewhat lied to, but it was supposed to be fun.
So y'all give him like all of our biographies and like you have
No. So the idea is like, hey, I'm gonna give you all like every single. Hey, is he a dentist or no? Doctor, right? Dr. Ben Miller is a dentist. So I'll be like, hey, what is this guy Ben? What does he do for a job? And I'll give a word like, is he a pediatrician? That doesn't have double letters. Is he a firefighter? You don't get paid for that.
Yep.
Is he a policeman? You don't get paid for that either. Is he a massage therapist? MASS. So there's two. What? I'm just explaining it.
No.
MASS. So
great.
two letters in a row. And he's like, no. But then the next clue would be the right one since I gave 2 letters. So I'd be like, is he a dentist? Yes. And he did a good job of like playing it up too. Like
He like look at him. Like,
he kind of like, yeah, he's a dentist. Yeah, he's a dentist. He was so fun. He was like so naturally hilarious to me.
yeah, Gabe, what were some of the weird things he was saying at the table? Like you'd,
I like ordered these like white brown gravy. I was like brown. He's like, hey, brown it down, my man.
White and brown gravy. Brown is down, my man.
he had all these like Steve Harvey catchphrases for us out at the end of the table. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
great. I thought he was like 14 or 15. Almost 20.
Yeah, almost 20.
20 in July.
He's like,
Happy. Oh yeah, talk about happy birthday.
oh yeah. He goes, oh yeah, I'm 19. I'll be 20 next or something.
I'll be 20 this year.
Yeah, I'll be 20 this year. And without skipping a beat, Courtney right next to him just goes, oh, happy birthday.
This year you're having one? Oh my gosh.
You're one of the guy that goes, that's gosh. Birthday thing.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday. That was wild.
Quick on the trigger. So yeah, Lambert's was a blast, of course, last night. I knew ahead of time this time, like I haven't done my run all day. I'm going to go light at Lambert's. So I got a Caesar salad. I was really proud of myself. And the Caesar salad came, I don't know if you guys were at tables with Caesar salads, but it was like a mixing bowl size, and the whole bowl was bread. And
It looked like the same thing a chicken pot pie would come in or something.
yes, it was
Yeah.
it was good looking bread. And anyway, destroyed that, had a blast, a lot of rolls, gallon of sweet tea, and then came back and we had like a group run with like 5 of us. And it was so fun. Happy birthday, Courtney Miller really pushed us. Gabe was like, hey, I might come. Like, what's your guys' pace? And we're like, oh, I mean, probably like 9 minutes. Like, we just had Lambert's. We're like, we feel awful. Gabe's like, okay, cool. And Courtney is leading us, and we ran like a 7.5 minute mile. Gabe's like, this is not what I signed up for.
How'd you do with that?
I did fine, actually.
Yeah.
I waited long enough, and it felt good.
But the 7.5 minute pace is like way faster. Than
Yeah,
that.
no, I kept up. You know, it's group dynamic.
Yeah.
Now,
A
Dr.
bunch of
Dr.
dolphins.
Ben, on the other hand,
only 8:30.
You
no,
guys
it was
go.
great though.
You guys go.
He finished it.
Attaboy.
No, it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've done some spontaneous competitions. Just speaking of Dr. Ben, at the end of pickleball, yes. So we went and played pickleball. Let's just talk about that in general.
Yeah. What was the scene like when you got to Gulf Shore Sportsplex?
Gulf Shore Sportsplex. It was, I don't know, Lollapalooza there. What in the world? Like we
And
get
Nelly
there,
was opening up.
as we were pulling into that street by the Sportsplex, there was a line of 100 cars on the other side of the road, and I was like, that's not good.
A lot of people want to play pickleball.
What the heck? And so, yeah, something's going on. Turns out, you think it was state track and
Yes,
field?
I saw a marquee board.
Okay.
It said Dolphins boys and girl dolphins. Good luck at state.
Okay, there you go.
Could be the actual Dolphins, but I bet
Could
it was
be.
the track and field
Yeah.
team.
So state track and field, and so the pickleball courts that we played in last time were not open. We tried really hard to like get there. No one was on the courts. I was so close to like sweet talking this guy into it.
Yeah, how did it go?
So first of all, just if you're from the South, I love Southern accents. Louisiana, like
Yeah.
Odette has this accent. I don't even know what Odette's saying some of the time. Like she has, it is unbelievable. Like I think I might just like send you some children's books and have you read them on audio so I can like have my kids listen to your voice. Anyway, it's just so fun. But this guy, I mean, he just has a great Alabama accent, and he's like, "Sorry, boys, courts are closed till Sunday." I was like, "All right, we're just trying to play. We got like 30 people here from out of town. Can we just play? I mean, there's nobody here. We'll be in and out in an hour." He was like really close. Courts are closed till Sunday. It's like, okay, well, you know. And then he kept saying like, maybe we don't have enough parking for you guys to play. These pickleball courts, they fill up fast. And I'm like, I was here like 3 days ago. We were the only people here.
Yeah.
I was like, well, we'll just park, you know, in the neighborhood next to it and hop the fence. I was like, I'm not gonna hop the fence, but you know.
I'll go around the fence.
And he's like, well, courts closed till Sunday. And so anyway, didn't end up happening, but I was like, just, I was like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I am going to keep being persistent. I think I did say that. I asked him like 5 times, and he never let us play. And so we found the next best thing, which was,
A senior living.
I don't think it was senior living.
Oh, I thought it was.
What did I see? I think Celia was like, this would be a great place when I grow up and be a senior living. I'm like, Celia, there's a Jeep Rubicon in the parking lot. I don't think this is. What else did I see that I was like, oh, there's a playground. Why would a senior living place have a playground?
Grandkids.
Yeah, all the grandkids coming. But anyway, yeah,
On
this
the
apartment
way.
complex.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, we just found it, and it was great.
Did you notice the people who own the courts came out? And I thought we were going to get in trouble because we were supposed to pay,
Yeah.
and then they were really excited. Like, no one ever uses these. What were you going to say, Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah did pay.
Oh, we paid?
Yeah, we owe her money.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's very kind. So we did pay.
Oh,
but I
makes
saw her
sense.
coming out, and I still thought we were getting in trouble. I was like, I don't know, we're doing something wrong. Janelle played too much Taylor Swift or something, but
Oh, that reminds me. Gabe was giving me a rundown. So Gabe and Maddie had like was it an Uber driver? Who was this guy? Jeff or whatever his name was.
Jeff. Shuttle.
Okay, a shuttle
yeah.
from the airport. And Gabe actually, Gabe, do you want to get on the mic and just say exactly what you said to me yesterday in his accent about Taylor Swift? So this is like on their way down to the airport. He said he was like their tour guide.
Yeah. Jeff, he just didn't stop talking the whole time. Dom, he was in the car with us. He just talked the entire time. We'd like try to ask questions, and he'd like cut us off. But he was like, well, the people down here, they keep saying that Taylor Swift lives here, but I think that's a load of BS. But we got the hangout here. It's over to the left, up here in about a mile, and it's a big music festival, and it just happened a few weeks ago. But some people saw Taylor Swift, and there's this nice uppity community over here, and so I don't think it is a load of BS anymore. I think she really does have a house here in Gulf Shores. And we were just like, cool, that's awesome. Yeah, that was.
He went back and forth on himself, like he convinced himself otherwise.
Yeah.
I want to hear more things in your accent.
That's what I was
now.
saying. Gabe was telling me this on the cruise last night, and I was like, I am just dying laughing at this. This is amazing. Your Jeff voice is awesome.
Yeah.
And it also is funny that Taylor Swift would have a home in Gulf Shores, Alabama. I really don't buy it. Like, if you can go anywhere.
Tahiti,
Yeah.
Fiji,
Bora
Gulf Shores.
Bora,
Yeah.
just outside of Foley, Alabama.
Hey, beautiful coastline here,
Yeah, good beach. What were we talking about before that? Oh, I know. Getting from the first pickleball course we tried to the second one. Okay, Ben, now you get on the mic. I'm just going to boss people around. Tell the people what you
Wait.
saw.
Ben,
Sorry,
Doc-
Doctor.
good Dr. Ben.
Good
Yes.
Dr. Ben.
It's okay. You can call me Ben.
Sorry, Tyler. You're just having a...
He just can't even like just accept the joke. He's like, no, guys, really, it's fine.
Seriously, they're joking. They're joking.
So what's the
When you
prompt?
when you were leaving the state track and field,
Yes.
in the parking lot.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, we're driving, and first off, I'm just hooping and hollering different, like, the school names.
Oh,
just and, like, totally butchering them, honestly.
Do you remember any of them?
But, I mean, like, one of them keeps coming to mind, like, Tuscaloosa or something like that. But I was
Tuscaloosa?
like, I would keep mispronouncing it almost on purpose. And what's funny, the reactions of some of the attendees, I was like, there might be money on some of these things. I was like, some were like really excited. I don't know. But anyway, the officiants or whatnot. But anyway, so we're driving and we're finally getting out. And I see this man up by a tree. And I was like, wow, I guess he's praying. You know, he's probably pulling a Tim Tebow.
He was like kneeling.
He was kneeling down. His hands were down on the ground. I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And then I do a double take. He's holding a baby raccoon.
You didn't know about this?
He was like holding it under the little armpits, almost like, here, buddy. He's like just taking care of it. And yeah, me, Gabe, and whatnot, we were like, holy smokes, man, that's he has a baby raccoon.
He must be from Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You were just like, he's praying. Oh, just baby raccoon.
His voice didn't change. He said, that's amazing. Just a baby. Oh,
Did anyone else see the baby raccoon outside of their car?
it was so cute.
They were the
No.
only car who saw it, and they're all verifying each other's stories. So like, I don't know how real it
you
is.
weren't in it?
No. I've just heard about it, and everyone in their car saw it, but no, 25 other people didn't see the baby raccoon. But yeah, that was great.
That's fun.
Great memory maker. And it was just the baby, yeah? And you knew that from a distance? You're like, oh, that's just an infant raccoon. Yeah. He's a doctor, so
Yeah.
pretty smart.
I like the idea of him. Yeah, he didn't ever raise his voice or really even like.
He went from like, oh, that guy's praying. Oh,
that
it's
guy's
just
praying.
raccoon.
No, it's a baby raccoon. So tell me your testimony, man. Oh, that's awesome.
Brad, I was proud of you.
I was proud of you, man.
At the end of session 1, coming into session 2, we had cleaners come in and come and like redo the house. First of all, me and Celia, we leave the house. We're the first ones down there saying goodbye to the last session, and we see these people like, oh, you guys are the cleaners, and they're just kind of smiling at us. And right away I'm like, oh, okay, they don't speak English. Did not deter Celia from really engaging in conversation with them.
I would love to see Celia with them. Yeah. How did
She just kept going like, well, that's so fun. You guys are going to be cleaning the house. That's neat. She looks real.
a podcast? It's a podcast. Yeah. It's called Ghostrunners. All over the Estados Unidos.
It was so funny. She's like, oh, I just wish, fresh laundry, new towels. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, you guys have fun. We'll be back at 3 or 4, so we'll see you guys.
Oh, man.
That was a really fun
We'll
memory.
be back at I'm sure you're worried. We won't be in your hair. That's an expression. We're going to Tacky Jack's. Do you want anything, bebidas?
Well, the thing
man.
is I didn't realize that Celia never caught on until like 30 minutes
Oh,
later.
really?
Yeah, so this is the thing, is she has no idea. That's why she's talking to them so much. Just like she thinks she just thinks they're really quiet. They just love to smile. And so like 30 minutes later, we've said goodbye to everyone, and I'm like, Celia, I feel like we got to debrief. I'm thinking she knew that. I was like, I love your persistence. Even though they didn't speak English, you still tried. She's like, oh, you're right. I bet they didn't know English. I bet they did just speak Spanish. You're right.
Oh, my gosh. That's
So
amazing.
that was really great. Sorry, that had nothing to do with being proud of you. That was the setup to you came, studied abroad in Spain, and you did just fine talking to him.
Did okay.
I don't know why I took a video of you talking to him. And
Did you?
I haven't done anything with it, but I just haven't.
Man.
It was just fun.
Anybody that actually speaks Spanish would be like, he did not do that good of a job, but I kind of mumbled through some things and said, yeah, we got one room where we have all the luggage, and don't worry about that room. I was just trying to show him with my hands, like, no te preocupes, whatever. But yeah, Freddie was his name, and we thought Freddie was a thief. Remember this?
Yeah.
So they're done. They're like, we're all done, whatever, and they leave. And we can't find we've had water coolers for the water this week. We couldn't find any more water jugs. I was like, I think they stole our water jugs. It was just a weird thing.
Our
but
agua.
Out of all the things for them to steal,
It was a key.
I think we take the las botellas de agua. And I'm like, what in the world? So I call Freddie. I'm like, Freddie, where are the water jugs? He's like,
But-
no.
You said,
No podemos. I don't know what I said. We can't. No podemos buscar. That's to look. I don't know. ¿Dónde están las botellas de agua?
beautiful.
Azules? ¿Dónde?
Muchacho.
Hey. He's like, no. Like, what? I said, ¿cómo? And then he said it slower for me, and I figured out. He left them on the elevator.
Elevator.
Yes. So,
If you're thirsty, check the elevator.
Yeah.
There might be some water in there any given time.
anyway, yeah, thanks for being proud of me.
I think it's so cool.
I would have loved to
Speak Spanish.
see you and Celia just try to figure it out. next
I
time.
knew limpiar. I knew that was to clean.
Yes.
I couldn't have put any words around it. I could have
Yeah.
given a thumbs up and said limpiar, man.
They were Olympia.
Limpiar, brother.
That was a fun, little transition day, session 1 to session 2. We were all just like hanging out here on the porch, pretty chill, quiet music. And then, we heard that the Mings were here. And so we just like went from like quiet little, kind of emotional, like chill music, and was like, Mings are here. We just bumped up the music as loud as we could.
Amanda Hutzel's on a phone call.
Oh yeah, man.
She's got dual monitors up,
Wasn't
AirPod
planning.
in.
Yeah, you weren't planning on staying for the second session, so you're like, I got to do a little bit of work, and so all of a sudden she's like Sean Paul's playing what a bomb, and she's like, yeah, so the invoice isn't quite done, but I'll get to you. Shiba bam.
Yeah, in the back. Shake that ding. No,
So sorry about that, Amanda. You were very calm about the whole thing, but I felt bad for you. So, anyway.
One other thing I feel like I just need to mention is last night on the cruise ship. We're it's the same crew. JJ,
Captain Nate.
Kinsley. Is that her name?
Yeah.
That's her name. Tattoos, yeah. Beardy, tattoos. JJ. Same crew. We're getting to know them a little bit. And I feel like they started to like us a little bit because they'd seen me and Brad and a handful of people before. And they even let us request a song. So Laura requested a song at the beginning of the cruise and requested Trash in the Camp. Which I was like, that is a great song. I don't know, but you got to keep in mind there's like 35 of us and probably 40 strangers on this boat. Yeah. I was like, this is fun. I think this is going to be like a hit. And you're like, I don't care who you are. You're going to like this song, whatever. However, there was a second request made about 20 minutes later. And this guy's even prepping it. I'm down at the bottom, and I'm like kind of catching some of what he's saying. Is like, all right, we got another request. I don't know what this is. I'm looking at a YouTube video that's got 11 views. I honestly have no idea what this is. It says it's uploaded by the Lizard King. And like we're kind of talking, like, what's the lizard? What's he saying?
You didn't know?
I had no idea what was happening, and because I thought of Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins,
yeah. There's this old Chiefs player who's into some weird stuff. But then I would recognize it anywhere, that first saxophone sound. And Laura somehow found a YouTube version. Someone has uploaded a YouTube video of Timon and I's Mouse in the House.
I don't know where she got that.
And then that just blared for the longest minute 48 of my life. I had a physiological response. I was burying my... Yeah, I just got so small and I buried my head, and then I would like, all right, it's fine, just get it. It's not a big deal. And I look up and everyone's filming me. Like, you guys are lucky I'm really confident, or else this is mortifying.
Man.
That was a tough scene, but I think everyone got enjoyment out of it, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, Rachel was up on the top floor with some of us, top deck, and you were down below. And Rachel's like, wait, is this the song? And she's like, oh, Jake is hating this right now. Jake is hating this right now. I was like, I know. That's why I found it and put it up there. So
You found it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought that was Laura.
You remember that? Because there was a fan, William Marr, I believe. Remember he made that like infographic of the Mouse in the House song?
I can't believe that was you.
Yeah, I sent the link to her. So it was Laura's idea. Of course, Laura has a million ideas. If you ever need a company, it's like, we're just a little bit stagnant. Bring in Laura Wilhite. Yeah. So
She said, hire me. I never have a job.
Laura's always got an idea. It's just like, we should do Mouse in the House. I was like, Laura, we're not doing Mouse in the House. I was like, actually, I do have a way to get that. So
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
it was awesome.
I got to see Tyler's footage. Apparently, the top deck was having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was dancing.
We were
and
loving it.
You and Jensen were going off, so that's fun. But I texted Timon last night, finally get up to my bedroom at like 1 a.m. and I'm texting him like, hey, this edit looks great. Hey, we're shooting here. And hey, quick third thing. You're on the radio, dude. I said, it was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. And I wish you could have been there, dude. I said, I needed you to be miserable with me.
There's nothing quite, it's just not fun watching people consume your content. I think that's what's.
When you sound like I do.
You sounded, everyone loves this song.
I sounded so white. So white. Timon actually just texted me back like 20 minutes ago. First text, dang, that sounds miserable. Second text, but hey, maybe the strangers on the boat walked away with it stuck in their heads.
Oh, there you go.
That's nice.
Little timing.
Little time.
What a guy.
Do you have anything else written down?
Yeah, that was great.
Yesterday we did our Jean Shorts video with this crew. Went down to the shore and did like different types of people on the beach.
What do you say? How do you say that in Spanish?
The
beach?
La Playa.
Very good.
Yeah, I know some buzzwords. And anyway, Janelle actually had the idea. I mean, this is how you get on the podcast.
Yep.
She was like, what if one of the characters is the guy who's really protective of a sandcastle? Which is a great idea, and it happened to work out because 2 doors down, they've built an immaculate sandcastle. Seashells, like it's decorated on the outside. It's really impressive. And so, we went over there to shoot it. It was really fun. Brad's screaming at people, playing football and whatnot. And pretty early on, the people who I guess are still here are like on their porch, like waving at us. Like, I don't know what they thought we were just gonna like blatantly just like kick it over.
Yeah. My sandcastle.
Yeah, I felt so bad that they, just even 2 seconds, thought that we were bad people. I was like, and then we just kind of kept pointing at the camera and giving a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And like, does this make sense?
Yeah.
We film it?
We're doing a video.
We film it.
We
film it. We no touch. We film it. And then,
Yeah.
their waved arms turned into thumbs up arms.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But yeah, you did a great job being the shark watcher. Just screaming at some of these girls. And shout out Hannah Warner and Hannah Jennings, for keeping a straight face while Brad was screaming at them.
Yeah, I was just trying to basically Matt Foley them from Chris Farley style and just scream in their face. And for the most part, didn't break them, which I was a little I wanted better for myself. I wanted to be like, I don't know. I think at one point I poked Hannah's eyes through her glasses. So I was like, sorry about that. She's like, it was fine. I had fun. So, it was a good video, though. I think I'm excited to see that one.
Yeah, you did great.
Yeah, you did great.
Thanks.
Yeah. Gracias.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should we do some segments with the Ghosties?
Let's do some segments, yeah. Let's start with Sane or Psycho. I have a quick Sane or Psycho myself, and then we can move into yours.
Fun.
Anybody else? So anybody that's thinking they might have one, be ready to go. Sane or Psycho. On our way to Pensacola, we had to go through Houston, and we had to run pretty fast, doesn't matter. And as I'm like boarding the plane in the very back, I look over, this guy's just sitting there on his phone, and I look over at his phone, not thinking I was a creep, but I guess unintentionally creeping on his phone, and I see on his phone, it says LJ Del Papa. LJ Del Papa is a ghostie who I met. I don't know if you guys remember me telling a story about a guy that came and like was about to be a dad, and so he wanted to like ask me questions and get guidance from me and all this stuff. Anyway, good guy, works with Jake at Kanakuk. Not too many people in the world named LJ Del Papa. Is from Houston, and so I'm like, it looked like he was like emailing LJ Del Papa, and I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And so I said something to the guy. I was like, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. I just saw your phone and it said LJ Del Papa, and I know that guy. And it turns out that this guy, he's a big dude named Mo, and Mo is one of LJ's coworkers, and was emailing him back, and I was like, tell him Brad Ellis says hi. What a guy. Thank you, Tyler. And
It's alcohol.
Oh, good. Anyway, Sane or Psycho, telling somebody in that situation that you looked at their phone and did that? Like,
What's the
sane?
consensus so far? A couple psychos, a couple sanes. Oh, mainly sane.
Okay, you would do the same thing. Yeah, sane. Yeah. Any psychos? Anything?
10% psycho.
Tia says psycho. You're too shy. Okay. You would do it, but you feel like a psycho. That's kind of what I was like. I think I also just look at people's phones inherently anyway. But yeah, felt a little bit uncomfortable with it. But I was like, that is too crazy. I'm not even in like my city. Like I don't see LJ. I've met LJ once, you know. It was just a wild time.
Good for you. I think it would have to be a pretty good friend for me to say something. Like if it's kind of an acquaintance, it's like, hey, I know him from college.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about him.
All
So
right.
I'll see you guys. Yeah, but he
Yeah.
was in the same dorm as me. But if it was like a good friend, it's like, I have to say something. I saw Gunnar Duckworth on his phone.
I
And it
know.
becomes more sane, I think.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like I feel like I am his friend now. We had one quality 24-hour time together.
Here's what I'll say. I'll reverse it. If you were walking by someone's phone and on their phone it said Dave Ellis, you would be a psycho not to say something.
Oh, you think so?
If it was like a close family member, I guess with a unique name.
That's more common of a name.
Yeah. The commonality of the name matters.
Georgianne. Okay, my mom's name is Georgianne Ellis. I agree. If I saw Georgianne Ellis on somebody's phone, if nothing else, I'd be like, that's crazy. I've only met one other Georgianne in my life, you know?
That's my mom.
That's my, you're not my. You're messaging my mom. Who, yeah, you're talking to my mom.
I did that to Ben. Actually, I read his phone and I felt bad.
You read Ben's phone?
Yes, I told him about it in the car because I felt so guilty.
What'd you read?
His phone was on the island, and it just like, you know how it's like it lights up, so like you just look down.
Yeah,
and
his
it's
phone
like, oh,
lit.
what's that? And it's a picture of him and Lucy as his little daughter, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. And then I just go down to like what made it pop up.
The notifications.
And I just like, I didn't mean to, I just like read it, but it said like happy birthday. And I was like, so I wasn't gonna say anything, but then I was like, oh my gosh, it's Ben's birthday. I wanna say happy birthday. But I didn't wanna say it without explaining how I knew. And so and then he drove me to pickleball. So I was like, Ben, I don't know how to say it. I think I asked Courtney first. I was like, Courtney, I don't know how to say this. I was like, but Ben's phone popped up like open, and I read it, and I somehow read a text message too, but it said happy birthday. Is it his birthday? And she's like, no. So then I shouldn't have said anything.
Whose birthday is it?
Our sister.
It was, yeah.
It was a weird
Like today or yesterday or like 2 months from now? No, it's good.
Or like this year she's having
Happy
one.
birthday.
That's so funny. I didn't even know any of that.
Yeah. It is. It's like one of those like I saw it, but I don't know. Should I say something? So
There's so DJ Michael on the road, he has one of those screen protectors that is like a privacy screen.
Right.
And I always like it makes me wonder what you're doing
Yes,
more.
yes.
I never look at someone's phone really, but if you have a privacy screen, I'm like, what are you up to?
right,
Why do you have to do this? And so yeah, I'm always looking at Michael's phone.
totally.
I don't see anything
That's
now.
that's a very valid logic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else, or do you have any sane or psychos?
No, go for it.
Anybody else have sane or psychos?
If you do, come to the microphone.
Amanda's coming. No, she's not.
Amanda's got a quick business call. She's going to put some Sean Paul on and
Sean
close some
Paul.
deals. We're going to pause real quick because this episode is brought to you by Main Street Roasters. And Brad, let me tell you, you know what? Let's have the Ghosties tell you about Main Street Roasters. I don't know
Who
if you're-
loves Main Street Roasters here, huh? Been drinking it all week. It's been incredible.
Maddie, what do you have to say first?
My husband and I have planned a road trip home from all the way from California to Pennsylvania. And so far, all we have on our list is a couple national parks, the Wisconsin State Fair, and to visit Main Street Roasters.
All right, Caitlin and Gina, what were you guys going to say?
We've never had it before, but it's so good.
You've had it here?
you really fooled me.
Yeah. She's never had it before this week.
Oh, before this week. Oh. I was like, you were so believable.
We just wanted to get on camera, so...
I woke up early every day, and
Yeah.
I sit there and wait, and Brooks is like, it's like 10 more minutes.
I
And
sit
I'm
and
like,
wait.
Okay.
I
And then
can't
I come
wait.
back in for a second cup, and I'm like a new person. And it's
Love
so
it.
good.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been having it all week here. Miller Morning Blend of Main Street Roasters. Anybody know, like, surely we don't have any discount code or anything, do we? Anybody know what the discount code is? For how much off? 90% of full price.
90% of full price. That's right. GRKC. So stop there on road trips. Stop there on your websites.
Yes, MainStreetRoasters.com, GRKC. Thank you, Main Street Roasters. Love you guys. Sane or Psycho? Who's going to step up?
Well, I got one, but it's not about me. It's about somebody else.
It's not about, okay. This is Dr. Ben Miller.
It's about somebody in the room.
So it's not about me. And
Please introduce yourself real quick.
Oh, yeah. Ben Miller. Good to meet you.
Who's Ben?
I don't know.
Anyway, so Courtney and I have been together 11, 12 years, right? I just learned this last night, and it's like when we were all in the car driving back from dinner, I was like, wait, you do what? So we were driving, and honestly, I'm kind of unprompted. I thought it was a great Facebook post earlier, like Sane and Psycho, like people sharing things. I was like, wow, that's a really cool topic. I was like, so guys, like, what about in here? And of course, we get to Courtney, and Courtney's like, oh man, let me share. And so apparently, you know those little like cracks in the road that are filled over with whatever they are. Or
Yeah.
So Courtney was explaining that, you know, for pretty much the majority of her life, every time we drive over those, or even, I don't know, like, she basically imagines the car jumping over those things. The tires never touch those little, like, sealed cracks. The tires jumping over. They never roll over those little cracks. And she'll even, like, bob her head a little bit to, like, act like she's riding a horse. Jumping over. And I look at her. I'm driving. I'm like, what? And so, I was like, that's a Sane or Psycho thing.
That's great.
Really
What do you mean by the cracks in the road? What is it exactly?
It's like on the interstate or the highway, like the road will crack and then it's like filled over with tar.
Yes.
Or like even with shadows, like everyone I'm jumping over. Even when I'm walking, I'm mentally like jumping over it.
Here I go.
Like a horse.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So that's pretty strange.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's full psycho, but I love stuff like that because
Yeah.
everybody does weird stuff like that all the time.
So what do we think? Yeah.
Great, because he just goes, this whole time?
All the nights in bed together. Never brought it up.
Okay, so what do we think? Sane or Psycho? Sane? Sane? Let's raise it. This thing. All right,
If it wasn't for the...
Raise your hand for Sane. Really? Okay, just like 5 of you. Psycho?
Yeah, a lot of psychs.
Okay. Psycho.
You are a psycho.
Yeah. That's good. Thanks, Ben. Who else?
Anybody else have one? Tia has one? Okay.
Let's go, Tia!
So ever since I was a little kid, I have a really hard time sitting still. Like my foot's always moving or something on me is always moving. So since I was 12, even when I watch TV or now that I have a desk job from home, I do all my work bouncing on a ball, whether I'm talking to a friend, typing on the computer, watching TV. And I've actually had friends be like, you need to put the ball away because I'm getting sick looking at you.
Really? Wait.
Since you were 12?
Yeah, before that, when I was younger, I had a little like rocking horse that I would rock on, but then I got too big for that, so I went
sounds
to
fun.
a yoga ball.
Wow.
And I've been bouncing on a yoga ball since then.
I think the rocking horse would be fun. Get some work done, rocking.
Can you imagine
Wow.
on a Zoom call now? Like, yep. So
I made myself sit on the couch for that one,
really?
for the Zoom call.
Oh, for our Zoom call.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So how have you been feeling this week? Like, has it been hard? Have you been like, man, I wish I had my ball here?
Yeah,
Honestly.
I've just been bouncing my foot a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like even right now, sitting through this podcast, you'd rather be bouncing.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's like one of those bumper stickers or like cheesy t-shirts where it's like, I'd rather be at the beach or like, I'd rather be fishing.
Rather
It's
be
like,
on the ball.
I'd rather be on the ball.
I actually had to work at my friend's house for a couple weeks last year while there was siding construction going on at my house. And I would physically, every day when I drove to her house to work, I would pack my ball in the
BYOB.
car to take it over to do my homework.
Did you think about packing your ball here?
I thought about buying one and bringing it and blowing it up,
Love
but I
it.
didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
We'll provide a ball next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's great.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Sane or Psycho? Let's go. Let's raise our hand. Or anybody? Hillary? Yes? Are you just...
I told her last night when
Yeah.
Really could go either way.
Yeah.
I have popped several yoga balls. I keep one on deck.
Oh, really?
My dog is because sometimes there's like no warning. Like sometimes there's a small hiss, and I'll be like, why do you have something? Sometimes it's just, and
You're just like binging like Psych on TV, and all of a sudden it's like. Sorry, Rosie. Oh, that's funny. Okay, sane or psycho? Let's say. Let's raise your hand for sane. Okay.
Wow.
Raise your hand for psycho. Okay.
You are sane.
You are sane. I think if you would have brought it here, that would have been psycho.
I did pack a fan. I brought a fan.
Not psycho. I think sleeping things, if you're particular, that's fine. But
Do you sleep with your ball?
No. No, I go through too many of them.
that's a good question. If the ball had a name, I would have changed my answer to psycho.
I think it becomes psycho to me if you were to bring the ball and you like bounce on it, great. But if you were to bring it to the beach, if you were bouncing on the beach, just looking at the ocean, like this is beautiful.
This is great.
What a good sunset.
You
That
take it into the ocean with you.
Yeah.
Like,
shallow end and just kind of bounce it. Yeah, that would be psycho.
have you ever talked to the ball? Okay. I don't know if it's like a Wilson situation, you know? Okay.
Yeah,
So
you're just
that
treating
was-
her like she's insane. Is the ball in the room with us
I'm just
right
trying-
now?
I'm just trying to figure out ways it could be psycho, but that's a good one.
That's funny.
All right. Another one?
Anybody else have one? Ready to go? Brandon's coming. Bet you 10 chips is about food.
Brandon is known for his shirts.
Brandon's shirts are amazing.
So I think I already know the answer to this one. But 4 or 5 years ago, I decided that it would be a good idea for bath towels to consistently be drying the same parts of your body. So for 4 or 5 years, I always start with the tag of my towel on the bottom left side.
Dude,
You
yes,
do?
yes,
Are you
yes. Keep going. Yes.
I mean, that's it.
Yes.
Every time to make sure, like, just
Yeah.
you're drying
Certain
the same part of
areas.
the body with
Yep.
the same part of the towel.
Yes.
So,
Is the tag the like dirty side for you?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like the tag is the part of my body that I would not want to get confused and then wash my face with it later. The tag is like the bad side.
Yeah, but you're clean.
Do you wash your towels? Yes. Why? You're clean. For the record, I endorse washing your towel.
I have such a system for my towel. Like I dry off the exact same way for as long as I can remember.
Do you
Like
really?
it's like, the same amount of time here, left arm, right arm, over the shoulder, scrub the back, and then like it's all the thing, the same parts of the towel. When I'm done with it, I throw it over. The tag goes on the far back left side, so it's just like there's no mistakes.
Seriously.
The one exception is at home, I own Cozy Earth towels
Yes.
that are one-sided.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
And the tag has to be on the right side for the side that's supposed to dry you off. So at home, I switch it up.
Okay.
But everywhere else, it's the left side.
We have one towel that Rachel has that has a tag on each side. Gives me fits. I don't know what I've used for where, and I just got to avoid it. But you're the most sane person here, as far as I'm concerned. I can't believe that you do that as well.
All right, what do we think? Sane? Sane?
I stay with Brandon.
Anybody psycho? Okay, a decent psychos.
I think Celia's voted psycho 3 out of 3 times. I think she's just trying to just...
Celia's like, is that a Spanish word? Psycho? I don't know. I think it's borderline psycho, but I think it's just smart. I don't think things that are like smart are psycho. They're just a little particular. Would it be like could you do it another way? Yeah. Right. That makes it not. Yeah, okay. All right. Hillary, do you have one?
I do.
Come on.
Yes, we learned that Gabby does not sleep with a pillow, but she
that's
did
right.
indeed bring her own pillowcase
Whoa.
to lay flat
Psycho.
on the bed.
Oh, snap.
Yes. So that.
So you're just calling out your friend right now. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Gabby's dying back
You
there.
can tell it's a pillowcase she's probably had for about 15 years. It's been passed down in the family.
Yeah.
But every night she like pulls the corners. Lays
No
it
way.
flat.
What?
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Sleeps flat on her back. Yeah.
Maddie's like,
Psycho.
there's no.
Psychos are on the board.
All right, sane. Anybody? Oh, Hannah,
We
tell
have
me
one
why.
sane.
I sometimes sleep without a pillow because with one it hurts my neck.
But without a pillowcase.
I understand that because there's certain smells that are just, I don't do that. Other people have slept in that bed.
What?
Oh, like if you're going.
You think there's an area of the bed, like the head of the bed, like, whoa, that thing stinks. Put the pillow on. Never mind. Go to bed. There's certain smells.
Some people will sleep on a silk or satin pillowcase for their hair. It's not.
It's cotton.
She said it's not. It's cotton.
It's the t-shirt material from Target. Oh, wow.
That was so funny from the back. It's not.
It's not. It's
cotton.
So, okay,
really
Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All psychos.
Psycho.
You're a psycho.
Anything to add, Gabby, to this? Do we
need to defend
do we
yourself?
Need to know?
Come to the mic. Come to the mic.
She's crying. I hope it's out of laughter.
I got a feeling this isn't the only thing going on.
I have like back issues, so like it kind of goes up to my neck, so I like to sleep flat.
Okay.
And then because going to like different places, my family's kind of a germaphobe, so
Okay.
even when like we use like pillows at hotels, like we have to put on the pillowcase.
Oh, really?
And then so because it's like your head and that's like close to your face and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's why I put a pillowcase and I
Okay.
just lay on that.
Dang. I'm a little more on the middle now. You're still a psycho.
Once
but
you said back problems,
only
it's
like 60%.
Well, back problems aren't as
I have
hilarious.
scoliosis. It's like, all right, psycho. Oh my. All right, anybody else? Yeah.
Bowser.
The bows.
What's up, guys? I'm Mitchell. So
I was.
you said
stand
introduce
right-
yourself.
I know you did great. You
Born and raised in a Christian
you
home.
I realized I was a sinner pretty quick.
Yeah.
So this kind of goes with that. This is when I was a kid. It was my birthday. My parents would have to like tell me exactly which birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, kind of some
Courtney said
sister-in-law
happy
vibes.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So I was, blowing out the candles on the cake. Really cool moment, and just kind of, what if instead of blowing out the candle, you just kind of throw it in the mouth, chew a bit, swallow. Just ate the whole candle. It's just.
You did?
Yeah. Never saw it come out. I don't know.
Is this an isolated incident or?
It's just the one time. I've
Okay.
never done it. So
Okay.
Yeah.
But how? Like 2 or 3. Yeah. It was like 2 or 3 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. What-
Okay.
I think it's psycho, but I'm curious if anybody else thinks it's like.
Has
like,
anyone else ever eaten a
I guess
candle?
maybe it's kind of anyone else.
Your
but
kids ever eaten candles? No?
I was young.
Yeah, I was going to say, was it lit? Because that's,
Kind of hope so. They'd be kind of sick.
yeah,
Sick as frick.
that's for sick as frick. Okay.
How many chips to do it again? That's kind of.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, we can throw some chips on
we should
that.
have, we should just have a candle eating competition. Whoever wins gets 45 chips.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That'd be so, we would kill people. Brandon would do it. Brandon's like, that's not the waxiest thing. Those donuts, those chocolate donuts, those are waxy. Okay. Yeah, what do y'all think? Sane or psycho? Well, let's go sane. Sane.
Yeah.
Sane
2 or
at
3.
2 or
Say,
3.
yeah.
Coming. No.
This hasn't been a pattern in your life.
I will say though, like if Rosie were to eat a candle, like we wouldn't address it in the moment, but I think it's the first thing we're talking about as a parent, group after she goes to bed. Like, love you, sweetie. Okay, what the heck was up with that candle thing? Like,
Let's say 20 years later, she's on a trip with some podcast strangers.
yeah.
It'll come back up again.
Yeah.
She trusted him. Okay, psycho.
Psycho.
Yeah, I think
Good for you,
it seemed like
psychos.
sane was more. That's good though.
That was
Who
kind
else?
of anyone else. Do you want to transition to the next
Sure.
segment?
Anyone else?
Going to do a segment of anyone else. Come with a question, a habit, a thought,
Anything you've been noticing?
a theory, observation.
Treza?
All right. So anyone else? So you go to Whataburger, right? They have the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich.
Okay.
Rather than getting the barbecue, you get the honey butter on it.
Okay.
You switch out the barbecue for the honey butter. It's like the HBCB, but on the Texas toast.
Ooh.
Next level good. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Anyone else on all those things?
I love that idea.
Ben said, Brandon, what do you think of that? Food critic.
Kosh, you're a Whataburger guy. You ever done it?
The honey butter chicken biscuit might be the bottom tier at Whataburger.
Whoa.
Oh, psycho.
Anyone else?
Psycho.
Yeah. That's wild.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's my anyone else. Is I've been in the Brizzy with Tyler, Justin, a little bit younger guys, and I've noticed. I don't know if it's because of DJ Michael and the influence, or it's just like this is what younger kids are saying these days. But they say crazy every other sentence, dude. Like that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Over and over again. Oh, we got 2 green lights in the row. That's crazy. They were listening to Maggie Rogers. Oh, that was crazy. Is that what DJ Michael does too?
Yeah.
Like all the time?
I was sorry, I was letting you finish. Anyone else? Yeah. I think I would like to talk that way, but I'm not cool enough.
I've noticed myself a few times saying it this trip. I'm like, am I going to start doing it?
Am I Gen Z?
Am I cool?
Anyone else Gen Z?
Crazy.
That's funny. Ryan, I like the idea. Next time I'm at Whataburger, I might switch that up.
Waddy.
HBCB on the Texas toast. Courtney, I know you have one. Would you like to come to the microphone? Okay.
Happy birthday,
thank you.
Court.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
It is her birthday month. It is her birthday month. Correct?
May 21st.
Yes, thank you.
Eat a candle, Maddie said.
Talking to the mic if you don't mind. Sorry.
Okay, so this is an I don't buy it combined with anyone else. And I mean no ill will towards this person, but Timon's mild time, I don't buy it, anyone else.
Oh.
Tell us why. Tell us why.
Okay, I have had so many thoughts about this ever since you started, ever since he's like, yeah, I'm going to start running a mile a day. So I guess a few weeks ago, it was his win of the week. He's like 6:15, 6:20. I'm like, you're a homeschooled kid who's never played sports in a theater kid. If you are actually doing a 6:15 mile, start training for the Olympics. If not, that is wasted talent. But he's also running with his phone.
Oh.
So his phone is tracking his mileage. And he lives in the middle of nowhere. He's also running uphill. There's no way in heck this is happening. And if it is, I need to see it around a track.
Okay.
I need, what's his name? Luis
Chavez.
Luis Chavez. I need him to pace Timon to prove this.
Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that phones may be inaccurate for stuff like this? Because I was thinking that was going to be my rebuttal was like, it's on a phone. Like, that's his proof.
I think stride comes into play. Like, it has not, maybe if he was 7 feet tall, I'd be like, yeah, but he's not.
How do you know?
He's got, never mind. But, so, last night when Jake and I were running, I was thinking about this in the phones, and I looked down and I'm like, oh, we've run half a mile, let's turn around. And Jake's like, yeah, we've run 0.52 miles. That's exactly what my watch said. And I know watches are not accurate, but ours were in sync. We have 2 different brands. It's not a phone. Therefore, I don't buy it.
Oh, your watch said that. Your watch said 0.52?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We started at the same time, same place.
Interesting. Anyone else doubt that Timon, can be a high achieving person? I'm just kidding. Yeah. Anyone else?
People are saying I did it before, but now I do. Now they're doubting it.
Running our mile last night, I don't normally run that fast. I'm usually doing an 8:40 mile. It feels good, but I'm with these guys. I want to push it a little bit.
Oh.
And at the very end, I felt like I was booking it, and it was only a 7:30 pace. And that means Timon's running over a minute faster.
Scooting.
I don't buy it.
Mitchell's saying, we need the video. We need some proof. Put it on Patreon, Timon. I think, I think I'm convinced now too. I'll just say this. I think Courtney's done a lot more exercise in her life than Timon. And Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
I think even in the moment when on the podcast when Timon has said this, I've said something's up. Something's up. So
Really?
I've already, but I just like, let's see it.
So we're all kind of on the stance of like Timon's not intentionally lying to us.
No, I think his phone
Timon
is
just doesn't know how
lying
to
to
use
him.
technology. Maybe.
I would like to go on record and say I believe in him within
Ooh.
like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, because that is the thing, Courtney. Like, there's no way he's like way off, right? Like, how much deviation could there be? You think
I
he's
think
like a
because
tenth
he
of a
lives
mile
in the
off?
middle of nowhere and it's satellite tracking his phone and
I
everything.
don't know if he lives in the middle of nowhere. Just because we're in
He
Kansas.
talks about living in nowhere, but
Yeah.
I just don't buy it. But if he is actually doing a 6:15 mile, I expect to see him in the 2028 Olympics.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Get him on a track, 4 laps.
And I will take everything back if this is true.
Okay.
But I just don't buy it right now.
I love it.
Brandon's saying GPS works better when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
There's nothing obstructing any signals.
Satellite critic.
Brandon,
But maybe there's not a tower
we'll use your
there.
talents come food season, all right?
I actually don't believe that the phone thing. I think the phone works because I have a new phone and I thought it wasn't accurate, so I tried to like psych it out and like. But it like accounted for the fact that I was walking still, even though I was trying to get to that.
I just imagine Hannah walking down the street like, psycho.
Technology's too smart now for it to be that off.
I don't know.
That's good theory. We got to see it. We got to see it. That'd be fun. I hope we find out that Timon has just been this theater kid his whole life, but is like a genetic freak. Like has 150% the lung capacity of other people. Like we got to get him in a pool. We got to get him on a bike. Like he's. It's like in a Good Will Hunting where he's like, I'm gonna be mad at you if you don't use your talent. We're gonna have to have that talk with him.
Yeah. It's like, get out of here, man.
But we'll do it in a Boston
You're
accent.
better than the studio.
Yeah. You're better than Shawnee.
You have an opportunity to get out of here. So he says something like that. Yeah. All of us are have to be here.
That's what we'll say to Timon.
Thanks, Courtney. That was good.
Yeah, that was good. Thank
All
you.
right.
Sorry, Timon, if you're listening.
Who else got one? Come on, Gina.
Gina.
My son he's 7 now, but when he's writing with a pencil and erases something, he doesn't wipe away the eraser stuff. He just writes over it.
He just keeps it there?
I want to know if anyone else doesn't wipe them away.
Anyone else?
I
Anyone else
do it
use
for
pencils
him.
still? That's the first question. Just kidding.
I think you gotta get rid of the debris.
Sometimes he writes over it and it like
It does
It's
like
stuck on the
Courtney's
leg.
tires. It kind of does that.
it like doesn't write because
Yeah.
he's writing it.
It's doing its job.
There's debris
Erasing.
everywhere.
Yeah, same.
And
or
also funny
anyone
that
else.
it's about your 7-year-old.
He had a crayon when he was 2 and he hasn't looked back.
I just want to know if anyone else has done that.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
if that's a thing, like
No.
I'm gonna guess no.
I don't think so.
No one thinks it's sane. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's funny.
I think I just don't erase. I just kind of just cross it out, maybe.
like nowadays.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyone else have anyone else? Here we go.
Daniel Ming.
Daniel and Maddie.
Daniel Ming can scoot, dude.
yeah.
I could not believe how
I got it,
fast
bro.
he was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
No, so I I do a lot of thinking about how everything's just connected and like how one thing affects another, you know? So sometimes I'm like, what would happen if like this really insignificant thing were like changed? Like, what if people couldn't taste, right? How does that affect the world, right?
Wow.
On like a large scale, okay? Like what food are you eating and why? Like, is it all health food? Is everybody healthy?
Yeah.
What does that do, you know? That kind of stuff.
Anyone
else?
Okay.
So this is funny you bring that up. So in our car last night, coming back from Lambert's, we kind of talked about this. That's funny you just brought that up. We kind of went through all the like, I don't know, some like serious disabilities. Yes, we went through. We're like, all right, let's start off with blind people, and we talked about what it would be like to be blind from birth, you know, later in life, and then we talked about losing your taste and would you actually eat healthier because you like to think that you would eat healthier,
Right.
But I also feel like maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you would just be more convenient to eat what everyone else is eating.
Yeah. Do shakes or something.
Yeah, maybe you
Whoa.
wouldn't even chew at all. You'd just be all texture, like I'll just drink my food.
No,
What are your
I think-
thoughts when you think? Oh, sorry, you go on.
Sorry. I think if nothing else, I would be more excited about the texture because you can't taste anything. So like,
It tastes like
the
water.
texture
The
is
other
the joy.
senses are enhanced, yeah.
Yeah, like the warmth of raw carrots all of a sudden taste good. I don't know. Like,
The texture is the joy is a great quote.
the texture is the joy.
That's
Just
good.
Put on okay.
I was 35 weeks pregnant and had COVID.
Yep.
Like intense cravings, couldn't taste them. So I just ate soup full of ginger, like ground beef, garlic, because I knew it was healthier, even though I was craving Zaxby's. But that wasn't gonna benefit me. I had spent, I don't know. I ate it because I knew it was better, even though I wanted something else.
Okay.
That's good. So if you're disciplined, you can eat healthy.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Like, even though you're craving it, there's no point.
I don't. But there's something to be said. There's more to food than just the taste.
Well, Ben had Chick-fil-A and he was like, this wasn't worth it. I couldn't taste it.
Well, that's Ben. No, I hear it. I think you're right. I'm just saying there's joy in the texture. There's joy in the texture.
Texture is
You hear
joy.
me? You hear me?
Yeah, I like thinking about that stuff too, Daniel. And so does our car last night.
I don't think I think about those things very often, Daniel, but I'm going to because that was fun to think about.
We were talking about this in the car. Let me just throw this on you. Would you rather be born blind or you get to live 20 years of your life and then you become blind?
20 years. Because then at least you can be like, you know what XYZ looks like. Like, you know what the color of white is. Like,
that's exactly what I said.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
I said the exact same thing.
Like, I'd walk in here and be like, what's this room look like? And you'd be like, oh, it has whatever, all the things. And I could at
Big
least
windows
imagine
with
it.
a lot of natural light.
Right.
If you're born blind.
Yeah.
That'd be a bummer.
I would just be like, I think I can imagine that.
Yeah, I think I got it. Maddie, you had anyone else? Well, this was about Gabe.
Maddie, last night, I challenged her to name 5 Toy Story characters in 10 seconds, and she didn't even say Buzz Lightyear. So,
what did you call Little Bo Peep in the moment? Miss
Baby. I thought it was Baby Bo or something like that.
Bluebell or something.
Bluebell ice cream.
I'm not good under pressure.
We're giving Maddie a hard time this episode. We love you, Maddie. Yeah.
That was a loophole I said I found.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't agree with this anyone else. So I'm trying to see if maybe Gabe can have some friends about this. So we recently just moved to Hawaii, and so we're trying to go to the beach a lot because we're from Pennsylvania. We're around the beach. And
firefighters there in Hawaii. Sorry.
Too soon.
So.
Oh gosh.
So.
Jeez. Oh,
I googled it. 65% of firefighters are volunteers.
Into the camera. Okay.
Anyway, so
That's great.
we try to go to the beach, even at sunset. Gabe's out of work, we'll just put bathing suits on, go to the beach, just to have fun, and because we're there for a little bit of time. So Gabe just keeps complimenting his hair because he's like, man, the beach made that hair, my saltwater hair, it's just so sticky and curly.
Yeah.
And he just keeps saying it and saying it, and I'm like, yeah, it looks great. And it just keeps coming up, and I'm like, Gabe, have you showered? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, we went to the beach. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, Gabe, when is the last time you showered? And he's like, Maddie, we just went, the last 3 days we went to the beach. And he was like, I don't know, 4 days ago? He's been going to work, 12-hour shifts. And because he loves his hair, he didn't bathe. And I was like, Gabe, that's not the same thing. And he's like, yes, it is.
Oh.
So does anyone else just think that going to the beach just...
You apply deodorant.
He does apply deodorant.
New clothes. Yeah. Anyone else think that oceans are cleansing to you? For kids? Yeah. I think the pool is all right. Personally, as a guy, maybe it's more than prevalent because I feel like girls, maybe it's blonde hair girls or something, your hair will turn green from chlorine if you don't wash it out or whatever. But
wow.
Yeah, is that real, Hannah? Hannah's like, yeah, I've learned that the hard way. Yeah. But I don't agree with the ocean, man. I think you have a residue on you, right? You feel like the ocean's clean? Okay.
I wouldn't do what Gabe's doing, but yeah, I like the ocean.
I don't feel clean afterwards, though. I understand. I don't think the pool is not, but the pool has chlorine. Chlorine seems like it's doing something. Brandon has opinions. Go ahead, Brandon.
I don't think it cleans you, but I don't think you'd be stinking. I think you could go to work for 4 days and no one would think the wiser.
And your hair would look amazing.
Your hair would be nice.
Yeah.
Like that one for education.
Oh yeah, dude. This is psycho, dude. Jensen was telling me this about his dad. His dad has some funny things he says when he hangs up the phone. Instead of saying bye, he just goes, all right, .com. Instead of calling people dude, he calls people Vern. Like, hey, Vern, all these funny things. But this dude, this is a Gunnar Duckworth move to a next level. He works out every single day at night, right, after work.
Jensen's dad.
Jensen's dad. And after he gets done working out, in order to save money on water and laundry, the dude will go fully clothed and soak himself in the hot tub in all his clothes they just worked out in, get out, dry them all out in like the spinner dryer thing at the gym, and just hang them up in the back of his car. Psycho, dude.
So psycho.
2 for 1. So the dude's wearing the same clothes every time he works out. They smell like chlorine and sweat. Like, he's a genius. Isn't that wild?
That's how people live who like don't have homes.
Yeah.
You know, like that's.
Like when he started telling me this, I was like, oh, he's going to say he only showers at the gym. Respect. Like, great. You know? But then he said he went fully clothed into the jacuzzi. I was like, he's not like super overweight. Why is he doing that? You know?
Yeah, it's like a body image thing.
Yeah.
Like put a big
he
shirt
works
on.
out every day. He's like, I'm just not confident in my body. So,
wow,
anyway.
that's insane.
Does the gym have showers?
That's a good question.
The gym, oh yeah.
Tyler said, does the gym have showers?
Soap costs money, yeah. Chlorine's free. Chlorine's included in the membership.
So I feel like there's probably more than just this. Has your dad done other strange things to save pennies and dollars?
Yeah, you know how like yoga skiing?
Yeah, come on up.
I mean, it's super.
This is Jensen. He's been helping out this week. He's awesome.
He's leaving soon.
So like for dry cleaning, you know how you have to keep the collars popped. He'll cut up old credit cards rather than paying like 50 cents to he'll cut up old credit cards and slip them into the little spots right here to keep the collars popped.
So he's good with dry cleaning. Like dry cleaning's not too much of an expense.
I'll pay for that.
That's his
But those
thing.
collar stays, don't you dare.
Yeah, and the joke in our family is that like when he goes to Sam's Club, every time he buys a 5-pound thing of mixed vegetables, and he just gets it and puts it in everything that he does, and he'll just load up if there's a week where he doesn't use it. There's points where we have like 40 pounds of frozen mixed vegetables in our house. He goes crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he eats like he's somebody that hasn't made $1 in his life because he'll just eat Nathan's hot dogs every night on like wheat bread, no buns, just like wheat bread that he rolls up and honey mustard. It's just gross. He lives like a nasty person. But
He showers less than Gabe.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So if you're wondering how Jensen got the way he is, just look to his dad, I guess. You know.
Look at Big Vern.
No, that's great.
That's awesome.
All right. Anybody have anyone else? Let's do one more. Rendell Weaver.
Rendell R. Weaver here with a quick one.
All right. So, chips can motivate me to do about anything. Anyone else?
Oh, sure.
I knew Brandon would raise his hand. He feels like he would do about anything. So, I did a few things running-wise yesterday. Tyler knows. Tyler bet me that he could beat me in a race with his backpack on.
Was that insulting to you?
A little bit.
Yeah. Hey, Four Eyes, I bet I can beat you in a race with 50 more pounds on my back.
So, I've always thought I'm fairly fast, but I knew that Tyler was really fast if he's putting that up.
Yeah,
but I had to
Rendell
put
comes over to me on the cruise and he like whispers in my ear, he's like, hey, have you ever seen Tyler run? Have you got it? Like, and I was like, I don't know exactly.
I need a scouting report on Tyler. But I beat him, so I think at some point we're going to have a rematch, no backpack. So I'm very curious how that's going to go. But then last night, I kind of disagree with Courtney on Timon running his mile because last night I beat my mile time by 40 seconds just because Rachel said she'd give me 10 chips.
Okay.
So I think, I don't know. I think Timon is legit. He might just be a phenom. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of want to run with him in person. But I don't know. So, yeah.
Timon with a backpack.
What was your mile time last night?
7 minutes, 4 seconds.
Wow.
And my best was 7:45.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
There's a Devo in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
This is also a funny part of Rindle's run. So I think Rachel told him, like, if you can, as soon as we get back from Lambert's and you run a mile in under 8 minutes, I'll give you 10 chips. So she's like, it has to be in the 7s. Like, it's got to be in the 7s, all right, to get 10 chips. And Rindle says he's running, and he's getting towards the end, and he sees he's like a 6:57 pace. He's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And then he's like, oh my gosh, Rachel said I have to be in the 7s. And so then he's like, starts like slowing down. Like, what if she doesn't give them to me? Like, Rachel will be a stickler on like, oh, you just ran a 6-minute mile? Too bad. I said it has to be in the 7s.
You're too good. Sorry. No, thank you guys also just for the week. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's been
dude.
so much fun.
Good.
So
Yeah, thanks, Rindle. Thanks for coming, dude.
Sweet.
Appreciate it. Cool. Want to wrap this puppy up?
Yeah, let's do some wins of the week.
Oh,
You guys
fun.
have any wins of the week? We can.
Yeah.
I mean, I think let's just go ahead and collectively say our win of the week has been hanging out with the Ghosties.
Yeah, it's so fun getting. Thank you for the whoop. Woo! Like, I wish we could do this for every single person.
Yeah.
Who listens to the podcast, but 30 is better than 0, and so I'm so glad we get to do it with you guys because it's just really special.
It's so special. It's one of those things where, like, yeah, we just are true friends with these people. You know, LJ Del Papa style friends with these people.
LJ Del Papa.
LJ Del Papa. And yeah, just we're thankful for you guys. Thank you for trusting us to come. Thank you for trusting each other to come. That's the other crazy thing is, like, what if everyone else is wild and crazy and weird? So it's just been fun to watch you guys become friends with each other and, getting to know each other. So that's our wins of the week. You guys have any wins of the week? Come on to the microphone and tell us to us. Okay. See, there's like, I learned people speak Spanish this week. Go ahead, Hannah. Come on. Hannah's a lifer. Hannah Warner.
So my win of the week is I'm actually better at pickleball than I thought I was.
Hey, that's kind of fun.
Heck yeah. Wait, Hannah, real quick. Do you feel like you are better? Was there a certain type of paddle that helped you be better than others?
Oh, I feel like it was maybe the Friday pickleball.
Yes, it was.
I forgot because you were the one, right? You showed up with brand new Friday paddles. I was like, oh, yeah, Friday paddles. And then
me
you had
and
the
Amanda
wrapping on
both
them.
brought our new paddles, and I got to the court, and I was taking the plastic off the handle,
Yeah.
and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
gotta break it in.
Heck yeah.
Finally.
That was awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Heck
thanks
yeah.
for supporting.
Friday Pickle.
Also, FridayPickle.com. Also, I'll back that up with Tia, who had never played before yesterday.
I thought she was joking.
Kind of nasty on the
Yeah.
pickleball court. Never ever played before. Yeah.
I was like, do you?
Oh, tennis in high school.
I was like, you play like every week. I assumed she was going to say every week. She's like, that was my first time.
Yeah, first time.
Okay,
And what's
Tia, you might need
impressive-
to join up with Timon as far as just like phenoms go.
Phenoms together. And I thought she was so good at the net because I would think she was pretty low, and then she would bounce on her ball, and she would like bounce up, and like I thought I could get over her, and she would just kind of pop up and slam it on me.
Who else? Win of the week. Wrap this thing up. Come on, Daniel Ming. Daniel Ming can scoot, dude.
I can scoot.
Scooter. We call him
No,
Scooter.
my win of the week's going to be later when I get a rematch on chess with Jake.
Oh! Let's put some chips on it.
A lot of chess been played this week.
There has been a lot of chess.
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought a set. That's a
Preemptive
great one of the week.
Yeah,
Preemptive
just trash
win.
talking.
That's
Who else?
fun.
Win of the week. Win of the week. Come on, Kosh. Kosh. Well, maybe this is gonna be his win of the week. I was gonna give him a hard time.
What were you saying?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Second best concert of my life. Seeing Dave Grohl and his friends in the Foo Fighters play. That's it.
Foo Fighters. All right.
They came to our house last night and did a concert. We haven't talked about it on the podcast, but yeah, it was really awesome.
I would have too. All right. Anybody else? Wins of the week? Anyone else?
Last one. Here we
Come
go.
on, Manders.
Manders.
Salamanders.
So originally I signed up for both, and then I backed out of the second session, and then first night here on first session, we have an open spot, so I stayed for second session.
Love it. So fun.
That was fun. And I think you've had two very different experiences because session 1, Amanda was called on to do dolphin echolocation once every about 2 hours.
Yeah.
She's a marine biologist, and we learned that early. In this session, we've kind of kept it hush-hush. You haven't had to do any dolphin noises.
Off the boat last night, the guy was like, "What? You didn't want to talk to me?"
That's funny. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming. Thanks everybody for coming. However many sessions you came.
Yeah.
Anything else to wrap it up, or just?
Let's wrap it up.
See him next Monday.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for listening and being big supporters of us and our podcast. In whatever way. I know some of you are newer listeners from the beginning. No matter what, we just appreciate your support. And yeah, we'll see you Monday.
All right.
Cool.
That's an episode.
Love
Thanks,
you
guys. See ya.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Every Monday